Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for the radio silence the last couple weeks. The truth of the matter is I am just tired. This is just who I am. I like to create more work for myself and then be insane about it, right? This brain was not meant to be smart. It was just meant to, be silly and say silly things. And now sometimes I have to pretend like it's smart, and it's really hard. So, I hope you don't mind my 12-hour-old makeup and my pajamas in this video, but I really want to pot up the last of the pothos cutting. So a couple months ago, we cut out my mom's pothos in the bathroom and had that big vine that hung over the shower bar and all of that. I only have a couple of cuttings of that left because I've put plants in the other two bathrooms. So these are the last of the cuttings that had no leaves on them. And then I still have a couple of cuttings in jars of water behind me, but these are the last ones that were in sphagnum moss. And we're just going to pot them up because I really want my own pothos in here. And this is the pot that my most recent attempt at growing rosemary was in. That one lasted about a week. I have no idea what it is about rosemary, but I just can't get it done. My sister and I went to the Plant Expo in September. It was here in Niagara, and I met the guy who wrote the new plant parent book. His name is Daryl. He is fantastic and amazing, and he gave me this little plant scoop. So that's what I've been using lately because I'm like a cheese ball about it. I'm like, oh my god, I got this from Daryl. I read his book. So I just kind of wanted to take this little video opportunity to chat with you about stuff. What did I even want to chat about? Now that the camera's on and the lights are on, I feel like my brain died. I told you about being tired, and I feel like that's the most of it. I've been watching Hoarding Buried Alive on Discovery Plus. It is like looking at my future. I was actually going to do a video like the week after Halloween, taking you through all the stuff that I bought Halloween season and like what some of my favorites were and what some of them like maybe aren't my favorites. I just bought too much stuff to do that kind of video, man. Like, I started to do it, I got tired. Like, it was like, man, this is not a YouTube video. This is a feature-length film. And then I went to Spirit Halloween on November 1st, and I spent another $100 there. I bought, like, a palmistry thing. It's up there. I bought the moon phase pillow that I've wanted for years. They also had the, Ouija board planchette pillow. I did not bite the bullet on that one. I held my ground with that one. I really wanted to buy some of the cute clothes. I was hoping they would have some left, but they did not, unfortunately. They had before the first one of those Stephen Rhodes shirts, and it said, what does it say? My Kitty's first sacrificial offering or something like that. And the cat on the shirt actually kind of looked like Lena. And I wanted it so bad, but I didn't want to pay full price for it, and then it wasn't there when things were on sale. Speaking of Lena, do you want to hear about the silliest $1,000 I've ever spent in my life? But kind of worth it, okay? So, I don't know if you noticed throughout my Halloween videos that I have these scratches on my arm. Lena attacked me and probably got me the best she's ever got me in, I guess it'd be mid-August at this point. Like, I was just sitting on my bed. I heard the little paws come into my room, and I went, is that my Lena? And she just jumped up, and she had me. She had all four paws on this arm, her teeth, she was pushing in, and let me tell you, like, I'm a fairly cool head in a crisis, so I wasn't freaking out or anything, but I could not get her off me. And then the problem is claws. So I would get her off me, but she's, like, the same size as me, so I wouldn't be able to, like, hold all four of her limbs. And so one of them would inevitably get back and, like, hook into the bed, and then she would get back on me again, and this happened 3 times. So I really lost the fight that one. And, like, I'm not, like, screaming or anything, and I'm, like, there's no possible way that on an energy level I'm making the situation worse when these things happen, because I'm just chill about it. I'm like, Lena, let me go. But because this was the second bat attack of this calendar year, and it was worse than the original one that happened earlier this year, honestly, I decided to contact a cat behaviorist. Not just any cat behaviorist. I contacted the cat behaviorist, okay? So I had a consultation with Jackson Galaxy, and after I paid for it, it was like a month at that point until the actual consultation was going to happen, and I started to regret it. I was like, he's just going to tell me. I've seen every episode of My Cat from Hell. He's going to tell me I don't play with her enough. Even though I work from home, I play with her constantly. He's going to tell me I don't play with her enough. This is so stupid. So I get on this call with Jackson Galaxy, which is very cool because I am a fan. I've seen, like I said, I've seen every episode of his show. And almost immediately, he tells me, I think Lena has a genuine chemical imbalance and she should be on fluoxetine, which is Prozac. So that was not the answer I was expecting. He thinks she has cat hyperesthesia, which basically means she gets overstimulated very easily, and that's why she kind of can't take things sometimes, and she just freaks out. Which, honestly, makes sense, because that is kind of what happens, and he described a whole bunch of the symptoms, and they're all things that Lena has, like sort of twitchy back, and her tail twitches, and that sort of thing, so it's very cool. So I took her to the vet. We brought it up with the vet. He is open to trying fluoxetine with Lena, but he doesn't want to go that route immediately because he said it's I don't know why, honestly. So we tried her on just gabapentin for a little bit first. I didn't like that, so I kind of stopped. Because it's just more of like, I don't want to call it a sedative, but it's more of like just a regular pain pill, if you will. And I think she has like a genuine chemical imbalance. I don't know, it felt like putting a Band-Aid on a bullet hole to me, so I didn't like that, so I stopped that. And then when I book my next, like my sort of follow-up checkup vet appointment, we'll get her on the fluoxetine. I think Jackson was right. But I do play with her more often, and part of the money when you pay for Jackson, like, you get the initial, like, Skype call, but then you also get, like, 2 follow-up phone calls. I haven't had the second one yet. He's not going to like the fact that I haven't gone back to the vet yet. And you get a whole box of, like, stuff. So he sent over a whole bunch of toys and all 3 of his books. So if you see all 3 of his books back here on the shelf, it's because they were part of that thing. It's just interesting because, like, for some reason, all the vets that I've ever tried with any of my animals, they don't really want to, like, deduce things. They just kind of want to fix the problem at hand, you know? So to have Jackson say, I think Lena has this cat hyperesthesia and I think she needs Prozac. Stormy, baby, you look like mommy. And that was kind of cool, to be honest. But yeah, so that's Lena. I've had her 8 years now. Did you know that? She celebrated her 8th Gotcha Day on October 26th. I'm having a hard time, because it's just, there's 4 cuttings in here, and there's not really space for 4 cuttings. But yeah, so Lena, oh, my little trays. I took video footage to show you, but my little tray back here that my plants were on broke. So I had to buy new ones, and I really like the new ones. And there's lots of plant updates, so maybe we'll do like a little plant update video in the near future. It's funny because I just don't have the energy, but I had ideas. I really wanted to, in October, take it through my closet. Because I have like a whole wardrobe of witchy clothes now. And I wanted to show them to you, and every time I went to do it, I looked in my closet, and I was like, I can't do that. That's so much work. So it never happened. But this December, okay, so backtrack a little bit. In October, if you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Abby Lane Green, the same way that I am on Twitter, and the same way that you would find me at on Facebook and that sort of thing. I was doing an advent calendar every day of October. I bought it in the cards section at Shoppers Drug Mart. And it was just kind of fun, and it was silly, and I really enjoyed it, so I had a couple people tell me that they were going to miss it, so I was going to do one in December, and my plan was to buy this crystal one, because this local crystal store near me told me that they were going to make their own advent calendars, and I said I would buy one, and then I was going to buy a cat toy one for Lena, and that was going to be it. Well, my friend Brittany decided that was not enough, and she ordered a whole bunch of advent calendars and shipped them to me. So now instead of having 2 advent calendars, I have 8. So I'm going to be opening a lot of them on my Instagram story every day in December, and a couple of them, I'm thinking maybe the crystals will be YouTube exclusive, if you will, so we're going to end up with some version of Vlogmas, even though I have no idea what the Vlogmas content will be, because by then we'll have snow, probably, and when it snows, that means I can't really leave the house. So I have no idea. It might just be like footage every day of me opening these advent calendars. But I'll probably, should I include the footage from Instagram, like the vertical footage in those vlogs, so you can see all of the advent calendars? What do you think? Most of them are just pictures and stuff. I don't think a lot of them have anything in them. The cat toy one does. Those will be, I'm going to try to give it to Lena every day, but if it has catnip in it, it's going to go to Charlie, because catnip makes him insane. And then one of them is Christmas cats, and it's a cat sticker inside each day. So cat sticker, cat toy, crystal, and there's a tea one as well. And I think those are the ones that have stuff in them. I think the rest of them are just pictures. Yeah, that. I wanted to tell you about that. I wanted to tell you about all the things that I bought. I just keep buying things. I'm trying to stop myself from buying myself any more presents because we're at Christmas. And I actually gave my mom a list this year. And it was like a suggestions list. Like if I don't get anything on it, I'll just buy it myself. But like, they were all like adulty things. I don't have pliers, and I want pliers. And I also asked for a broom because I am always sweeping in here. And I have to use this like little tiny broom and dustpan that I have to attach to my grabber. So I was like, please just give me one with a long handle. And then there's a store near me that I love everything in it, so I literally told my mom on the list, like, just go in there and buy me anything, it'll be fine. But it was hard, because I went to that store today, and I didn't buy anything in it, even though I wanted to. I shouldn't have gone in, is my problem. Another thing that's annoying is I really want to start my new agenda. I'm having, like, I'm like, angry at my agenda because it's almost over, and I just don't want to use it anymore. Like, just get out of here. But my new agenda doesn't start till January. Most of them start early. This one doesn't start till January. And it's the Moon Witch one from Cosmic Valeria on Etsy. I want to start it now. So I'm just, like, instead of writing in my agenda what I'm doing every day, I'm just, like, making post notes. What have you been up to the last month? I have been working constantly, watching Ghibli movies, watching Hoarding Buried Alive, tending to my plants. That's it. That's the Abby day. I would love to hear what you're up to, what you've been doing these days. I'm gonna go water my pothos. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already, and I will see you next time. Bye!